Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Craig with us, Shaka as well. Don Hutchinson joins us as well. Oh no, he's in his studio. Doesn't like it there. Gets tired. Tired, Don. Not at home anymore.
It's a long day.
Oh, there he is.
Long
Do you remember the time you said, I just want to go home?
Yeah, it's another I want to go home mood, Don.
No, I'm all right. Shaq's on holiday tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah, this is Shaka's last day until he goes. Is it 3 weeks you're away?
Away for a couple of days, Dan.
So if anybody sees Shaka in
No,
Trinidad,
stop saying that! Don't do that!
Send your pictures to me.
Don't do that!
More than happy.
You off for 3 weeks?
No, I'm not. Don't worry, Dan.
So what's your carnival costume look like?
Pair of shorts and a t-shirt, Dan.
Well, we've seen you in all your glory before.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dan.
Wings and feathers.
No,
and all.
never.
Ridiculous.
Never. Never. Don't believe that, Craig.
First question, Craig, well, Don, I'm going to ask you this one. It's for Craig, but I'll ask you it. Which Premier League team today would have suited Craig's style of football the most?
The Southampton Wolves game, Dan. I had
cheers.
a card count at half-time in terms of the yellows. There were 7 yellows in the first half and 1 red, right up Craig Street.
Well, there you go. God, that's your level, isn't it?
Didn't get that many bookings. Don.
How many times were you sent off?
Twice.
Once in the World Cup.
Yeah. Once playing for Dundee.
So you never sent off in the Premier League?
No.
So why is Don tagging you with
And I
this?
only got to send off at Dundee because I had a train to catch
Well, there you are.
back to Nottingham, so I had to get to Dundee to Edinburgh.
I've been sent off twice as well.
No, in the Premier League, no.
No?
But yeah, bookings, no red card in the Premier League.
Oh, there you are. Don, how many? You were off for a few more, weren't you? Because you had a little bit of a problem.
Don would have been
Don,
sent
little
off
red
a few
mist.
times.
Red mist issues.
6.
Wow.
Just a 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Do you get fined for getting sent off in your
Yeah,
day?
red mist. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. 2 weeks' wages.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. A couple of weeks' wages.
Wow.
Definitely.
Well, there you go. Did you get 2 weeks' wages?
No,
I can't remember. Can you?
I didn't get
That's
fined.
quite a lot of money. Is it just because you're sending us for stupid?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, mine were red mist, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yours were
Yeah,
just
just red. I
two
remember one at
footers, Don.
Yes.
Blatant.
Yeah, but I had one at I had one at Villa Park. I'm pretty sure it was Everton at Villa Park, and we were getting spanked. I was on a yellow card. Referee was just getting on my nerves because I was just getting nothing out of the game. He was giving me no decisions. And then I think John Collins might have got sent off or got a yellow card, and John Collins never got a yellow card in his lifetime. And the ball sort of ricocheted, I think, towards me. I just picked it up and just volleyed it at the stadium.
Oh, no.
The referee went, yellow,
One of
yellow.
those. One of those.
Ah.
You'll get fined 2 weeks' wages if you're spotted at Carnival with those feathers on, that big whatever it
Don't
is.
believe that. Don't believe that. Craig, I'm telling you, don't believe that.
Don, do you think with VAR you could have controlled your red mist more because you knew you were going to get done?
No.
No, I don't think it would have been a VAR thing. I just like to have. I'd like to think I would have been a little bit more calm, but probably not, Dan, because I'm emotional. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Well,
if I'm getting beat, I don't like it.
You've got that big strawberry
I'm
on your
getting
sleeve
embarrassed.
these days.
Exactly. If I'm getting embarrassed, I don't like it.
Right.
If someone's having too much of a good time against me, I don't like it.
Oh dear.
How does VAR stop somebody picking up the ball in the middle of the pitch and volleying it out of the stadium? VAR can't stop Don.
He's just
Hey,
unstoppable.
Don is unstoppable, the boy.
English VAR, mate. What? What's that?
Not there. I didn't see what happened there.
Play on.
Howard Webb's got a job on, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Don's mate, Howard Webb.
Pete Walton was right all those years ago.
Yes.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
When he came on here. God bless him, I don't know where the hell he is now.
He's not dead.
No, but he's actually still working.
Pete
Actually,
Walton is very much alive.
Yes.
He's working.
May he rest in
He's
peace.
working for BT Sport.
I saw him getting paraded out at BT today.
Have you seen the commercial he's done?
Thankfully not,
It's
no.
quite funny, actually. Have you seen his commercial, Don?
I haven't seen it. I've seen the Clattenburg one
Oh,
with
yes.
Peter Crouch.
Yes, that's a weird.
I've seen
That's a
that
bit
one.
weird.
I haven't seen either of those.
Yeah.
So when Pete said a few years ago, the referees are going to have a lot of trouble, looking at these replays on monitors, and I was like,
Yeah, we were like, what are you
we were
going on
like,
about?
Pete, shut up. What are you talking about? But turns out he was correct.
There you go. Don, who are you rooting for in the Merseyside Derby?
See, I hate this. That's the worst question I can get, Dan,
Red Mist is
because
gonna punch
I'm
the
not going to answer it. Yeah.
Pick the camera up and kick it.
I hate this because I love my time at Liverpool and Everton. I can't decide. I can't. Impossible.
Who do you think's going to win?
Liverpool.
Oh. There you go.
I
Where
think
is it?
we'll
It's
turn it
Anfield.
around.
Yeah.
Anfield. No Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Everton.
Maybe a draw. Who knows?
Or a win for Everton. One of the three.
What are the options?
With the big teams starting to struggle with the likes of Real Madrid, Manchester City, Liverpool, PSG and so on. Oh, it's for Don. Could we see Napoli winning the Champions League where they've been unstoppable this season?
Yes. I believe they've got Eintracht Frankfurt next round.
Yes.
Correct.
That is correct.
Dark horses, Dan. Dark horses.
Not
Yeah,
really
they could win
dark
it.
horses.
Why
You
wouldn't
can't
they?
call them dark horses.
Well, when was serious question?
Yes.
I literally can't remember the last time they won the Champions League, Napoli, if ever. Or European Cup.
They've never won it, have they?
But
No.
No, that's what I'm saying.
but
Yeah.
You've been banging on
dark
about
horses.
them for all season, so
What's that striker called? I can't remember. Don't remember.
have they ever been this far ahead in the league? though?
Some with an O, some with an O. That's all I remember.
No.
They've never been. I mean, they've never been this far ahead in the league. They've, not that I can remember. They've not been playing better football. They've not got more of a threat from that guy that we're not going to mention.
Yes.
'Cause Donald-
Please don't. Please don't.
and the question is right. I mean, a lot of the other teams, the supposed big guys, are struggling. at the
Laughing
moment.
at?
Don was doing one of these.
Oh, yes. He's got the opposite of red mist, Ross.
Here's a question: would you want to play
I love
Napoli?
him.
Would you want to play Napoli?
With me.
Well, you're going to Carnival, so you can't.
No one would they? No. There we go. Don, to me, AC Milan can get at the Spurs. After today's performance, conceding 3 in the first half against Leicester, who wins that Champions League tie? Spurs or Milan?
That's all. Do you know? I honestly think over the 2 legs, I think Tottenham might squeak it.
It's Italy,
Just
Italian
because they've
teams,
got-
Don. You love them.
Yeah, come on.
Where's your first
No,
leg?
I do. But Milan are not
Milan.
in good form, Dan. They're trying to rely on Giroud, Zlatan's making the bench at 41. They're not keeping clean sheets apart from last night, but they're in poor form. Tottenham's Tottenham, terrible at the back, but they've got Kane, Son, Kulusevski. I think I'd lean towards Tottenham over the 2 legs.
How many matches does Graham Potter have before he gets sacked, Craig, if this form continues? This team is obviously way too good to only have 1 win in 8.
Yep. I don't have the answer to that question, but if it's defeats, I don't know, Shaq.
I think he gets to the end of the season.
What's he got coming up? Let's have a look.
I think
Well, I'm kinda
I think he gets to the end of the season. That's what I'm going to go for. Some of the footballers going
I
to get
think this
smashed up.
board have made a sort of stance with the appointment of Potter.
So they've got Dortmund on Wednesday, and then Southampton
Yeah.
next
So
week. That's
listen,
quite nice, isn't it?
if Southampton were to beat them,
Yes, and then,
Oh.
I mean, which seems a long shot, bearing in mind the form they're in, and Nathan Jones is under pressure. But then again, this board have been steadfast in saying this is the process that we're going down, and we're not going to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got Spurs weekend after that. That's a proper.
He's going to get to the end of the season. I guarantee it.
Okay, Shaq. Thank you very
Yeah,
much
I'm
for
kinda
that,
thinking
Shaq.
he
What
gets
did
to the end of the
your
season.
guarantee come with? Obligatory percentage question for Don. Percentage chance Leeds get relegated.
Oh.
Oh, I think they'll go.
You think
I
so?
think they'll go. My pick is Bournemouth, Southampton, and Leeds.
Yeah.
Strong percent.
What percent?
80.
80.
Oh.
80.
Shaq,
Yeah?
what do you think?
75.
It's like Price is Right. Craig?
74.
Actually, well, shouldn't Everton? What was the question? Leeds.
Leeds.
Percentage chance of
Leeds.
to go.
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just less than half,
Oh,
I believe.
that's more than half.
40. No, but I meant.
Yes!
Okay.
Happy Don is.
Yes!
No, I'm saying there's a 60% chance. I've no idea what I'm saying, to be quite honest with you. I was so bored by the end of that. I just come up with any old guff.
Final question. For all, what will you guys be doing for the Super Bowl? Will you watch the with mild interest? And who do you think will win it at all? Don, you don't care, no? You don't care about NFL?
No, I love it.
Oh.
No, I love it, Dan.
Oh,
I'm more of a red zone, but my attention span. I'll do what I do every Super Bowl, is I'll watch it, and I'll get to about 3 hours in, and then I'll think I'm going to bed.
That's quite impressive, Don, because what, it kicks off midnight over there?
Yeah. Right, 2 hours in then.
Oh, there we are. Perfect. Who do you want to win?
I've got no interest. Who's Mahomes play for?
He plays for the. You just said you got interest.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Them.
Okay, there you go. Is Gab going to the Super Bowl, Pete? Is that why he's not doing the Gab and Jules show? Oh, he's going to Philadelphia. Is he for it? Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's the Eagles.
Oh, he's going to Philadelphia to watch it.
Is he?
Yep.
Man of the people. Getting amongst it in Philly.
No, exactly. The Super Bowl was in Arizona. He's going to Philadelphia with just Philadelphia
Fanfare.
people.
Feathers.
I don't think they have feathers in Philadelphia.
I'm sure they can
have
find
the opposite of
I'm
feathers.
sure they can find some.
They're Eagles.
Cheesesteaks.
Yeah, that's true. Shaka.
I think Kansas City will win, but rather oddly, I have a bet with a friend of mine on I'm backing the Eagles.
Why did you back the Eagles with your friend if you thought the Chiefs were going to win?
Oh, it's just a friendly bet.
How much is it?
No, I'm back of Swedish fish. I did make up for the Swedish fish.
You owe
I
me
owe
a bag
you.
of Swedish fish,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
After you, yeah.
Yep. So
We were watching it though.
Lost that bet.
What time's it?
I'll watch it.
start?
I'll definitely watch it.
7 o'clock?
I'll watch it.
That's when
I have
it's-
to see Rihanna. I have to. That's important to me.
Oh, there you go.
Chiefs 60%.
There you go.
Just less than that.
To win or to lose?
Chiefs just favourites.
There we go. Perfect. That is it. We are done. We'll be back tomorrow to reflect on United against Leeds, City, Villa. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.